Dear freedom, what weight you carry. So often you have spoken of in grand terms. Our birthright, our goal, the key to fulfillment. But when I sit with you, I begin to realize how complicated you really are. You're not the absence of all constraints as I once believed. You're not a simple permission to do whatever I wish. No, you're far more intricate than that. In you, I find not just liberation, but responsibility. To be truly free is to acknowledge the limits that make freedom possible. It is to recognize the paradox that in order to be free, I must also choose to limit myself, to constrain my actions by the very values that I hold dear. For what is freedom, if not the choice to live by a set of principles that guide my actions, that shape the person I am becoming? You're not a mere escape from rules, but the power to create meaning through the choices I make. But then I wonder, can freedom truly exist without fear? I know that when I choose to live authentically, I also confront the fear of making mistakes, of failing, of being judged. Fear and freedom are inextricably linked. To choose freely is to face fear head on, to stare into the unknown and say, I will move forward anyway. And yet, in this choice, I am empowered. In acknowledging my fears, I am not bound by them. You, freedom, are the courage to choose despite fear, the courage to take responsibility for those choices, and the courage to live with the consequences of what I decide. You ask for more than I often give, freedom. You ask me to reflect on my deepest values, to examine the ways I may be shackled by invisible chains of habit, society, or even my own limiting beliefs. You ask me to push against these boundaries, to constantly reframe what is possible, to break free from tyranny and complacency and blind conformity. But in doing so, you also ask for commitment. The commitment to live my life with integrity, to align my actions with my true self. For it is only when I act in harmony with my beliefs that I experience the fullness of your gift. And then there is the fear of choice, the understanding that the more freedom I have, the more I am burdened by the need to choose. What is the right path? What if I make the wrong decision? What if I fail to live up to my potential? These are questions you do not answer, freedom. You give me only the courage to confront them. And so I must choose. I must choose not only my actions, but also the way I respond to the weight of possibility. In this, you teach me that true freedom is not about escaping the world. It's about engaging with it fully, unflinchingly, and with the deepest responsibility. In the end, I know that you're not a fleeting feeling, a momentary sense of liberation. You're a way of being, a constant exercise in self-reflection and self-determination. You're the air I breathe when I dare to step outside the confines of what's expected and venture into the realm of possibility. You're the courage to choose and the courage to live with the choices I have made. And though you may bring me fear, you also bring the strength to live with it. In your embrace, I am neither overwhelmed nor constrained. You make me aware of my power,